$1,500 ham.
Where's your donkey?
My donkey.
You ain't got no donkey?
I tied him up outside.
Okay, well, we'll go see him, okay? Put on cracker. That's the cracker it's on. You can't hardly see the cracker.
It's time for Down Home in the Tri-States with your host, Ron Jones.
Good morning, glad to have you with us on Down Home in the Tri-States. We're half shade and half sun this morning, so y'all bear with me. Y'all mark this down, okay? Mason Auction next Saturday, February the 17th, 8 a.m. sharp. The Mason Auction Yard, Highway 231 North in Campbellton, Florida. Y'all want to be sure to make that, okay? This is the annual farm and construction auction that they have every year, and it's a huge auction, folks. It's a huge auction, so y'all need to get on up there. We have a spot running later. It's got the GPS information and all that on it, so y'all keep your pencils in your hand, okay? Also, a lawnmower pull, an antique tractor show and pull, antique car show. That's going to be March the 10th, 8 a.m. until. It's at 1917 Pleasant Ridge Road, Defuniak Springs, Florida. They've advertised on here with us before. For more information, you can call 850-859-2414. 859-2414. Lawnmower pull, Saturday, 8 a.m. Okay, that's going to be March the 10th. And then they're going to have the tractor show and pull. All right, so y'all want to mark that down on your calendars, okay? Also, we told you about the Mason auction, when you go over there and buy stuff, they'll send you one of these cards and things. I believe they send these out to everybody that buys stuff over there. It's got a lot of the stuff that they're gonna have and everything. So, good folks up there. I'll tell you what, I like them Mason folks. Also, for rent in Cottondale, a previous daycare. It's right on Highway 90. Main drag there, folks. It was a previous daycare center. It's all set up for that, or you can turn it into something else. It's a pretty good sized building with a big, huge lot, plenty of parking. And this is, you can call, write this down, 260-6674. That's 260-6674. And that's for the big building for rent in Cottondale on the main drag there, just right down from the school, okay? Hey, Cubby. On today's show, we're going to have part 2 with Di and Tabitha talking about trees. And, hey, girl, this is Kirby. What you doing? What you doing, Kirby? Y'all just a minute, okay? Oh, bear. They jealous now. Bear's over here, too. I'm going to be done with just a minute. Y'all just hang loose there. I'm not going to set them up here like Jim Wilson used to do, because they'll be all over the place. He'll just sit there and lay there. But it's Heidi, and I still can't think of the name of that other one, but anyway. Part 2 of Down Tabitha, folks. This is good. Y'all want to see this? Y'all won't believe some of the problems you might have at your house you don't think about. With them big old pretty trees, okay? You need to watch this. Okay, and Paul, let's see, what was that ad I had for Paul? I left it in there, and I'll try to remember some of the stuff on there. But they got the oysters, half bags, whole bags, and pints, fresh. They should be coming in Thursday, so they're Friday. Today they're still there. If they got them, y'all want to make your way up there, okay? That's highway. It's on the corner of Highway 77, Highway 90 in Chipley, Florida. They've also got your fertilizer. They got your shell corn. That bonnie plants are coming in. Strawberries are coming in. They got a few honeybells, oranges coming in, and hay. Got your hay and all that stuff. Y'all want to get on up there, okay? Do business with Paul. We appreciate it, folks. And he's a good old guy. That whole gang up there at Paul's place and his family and everything. His mother and dad was farmers long time, and then that's what Paul was doing. He's a farmer, and of course his daddy dips in it too. Dips in it every now and then, and his mother does too. But y'all seen his mother on the show before. Anyway, y'all want to be sure and check them out. So, and then we're gonna have Chimney Rock. And when I was a kid, they used to call it Chimley. Look at that chimney, and on the curve, the curve, on the street, the curve, I used to call it the curve. Get out of the curve over there. Up north they call it the gutter. You know, them Yankees call it the gutter on the road. It ain't the gutter, folks. The gutter goes on the house and catches the rain. That thing in the road ain't the gutter, that's the curb. Y'all get that? Y'all got kinfolks up there in New York, and I'll call them and write them and tell them it's the curb, it ain't the gutter, okay? When they say, get out of the gutter, you know, anyway. Oh, well, let's see. Civil War. Well, we lost the Civil War before we show our proud of our heritage and everything. But anyway, wow, I don't know why I'm on that, but also I want to remind you too that if you got any old 8mm film, Super 8mm film, 16mm film, if you got any VHS tapes, VHS-C, any 8mm tapes or high 8 tapes, slides, photos, any kind of tape you got, just audio tapes, we can transfer everything. So, and that's kind of part of our business, what we do. But you can call the number there, we'll be glad to give you a price on it, okay? Okay, I believe that's it. I think if I missed something, I sure am sorry. But anyway, down home in the Tri-States, I'm Ron Jones. Y'all watch this, and we'll be back in just a minute with Dow and Tabitha Marks talking about trees. People that have never been to Main Street Market, they ask me, what exactly is Main Street Market? I say, well, it's an opportunity to help support local and state farmers. You know, people appreciate freshness. Sometimes farmers just like to meet at Main Street Market and talk about local crops and ways to improve. When you see kids shopping with their parents and grandparents and picking out vegetables that they want, it kind of makes you feel good. I know Paul Davidson says when people come back and say, those were the best potatoes I've ever had, he says there's a kind of a special feeling in your heart. Developing a special relationship with your customers is what it's all about, Paul says. Visit Main Street Market and fall in love with the freshest and best tasting vegetables, local milk, local ice cream, Paul's own smoked sausage, ham chops, and more. Plus the largest selection of fresh Amish products in the Amish room. You gotta see that. Main Street Market. Now, it's not just a corner market. It's hometown people just like yourself. It's on the corner of Highway 77 and 90 in Chimney, Florida. A longtime supporter of this show. Tell them old Ron sent you.
Metal roofing is becoming more and more popular and preferred. Virtually no maintenance. Easy to install, metal roofing can speed up the roofing process. The metal roofing supplier and headquarters in this area is Surplus and Salvage of Chimney, Florida. Surplus and Salvage of Chimney offers a huge 17-color selection at only $1.89 a foot. Galvalume a low $1.35 a foot. Plus, Surplus's qualified, knowledgeable, friendly staff can cut any length you need. It's all done in-house. No waiting weeks or weeks for your roofing. Plus, ridge cap, flashing, and drip edge any style or shape. Call them today, get it today. Only at Surplus and Salvage of Chimney, Highway 90 West in Chimney, Florida.
Well, folks, welcome back. We're glad you could join us again this week. We're talking to Dow and Tabitha Morris with Easy Care Tree Service. And we were talking a little while ago. We got some more pictures we're going to show, but we were talking about something else. And I said, well, let's talk about that first, because that's really it's important. The pictures are too. But we were talking about the root damage.
You know, lots of times you just don't understand the pressure that the roots and all from these trees put on house foundations. You know, the structural damage they can cause. You know, people talk about, well, I don't understand why my driveway's busting up, or, you know, my sidewalk's pushing up. It's these trees. They put out these big roots, and they just, over the years, they just continue to put pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure, and then after a while, something's going to give.
So when that happens, what if it's root problems? What do? You take the root up?
Our only process is remove the tree.
Right.
In some cases, it's a have to. You know, in some cases, it's just a decision that's got to be made. But to me, when I go onto a homeowner's piece of property and they want me to, you know, to do a tree inspection, if I see a visible reason or a logical reason that that tree is endangering that house, I push it and push it, push it, just like if it's my own dwelling. You know, if
That's good.
if there's a good reason that tree needs to come down, you know, I try to stress it to them, because it's just like we've talked about before. You know, I'm not trying to promote cut every tree down in the country. Nobody is. It's just when you're dealing with your home, there's nothing takes the place of that home. When you've worked all day or you come in from a trip, you know, you want to come home to a comfortable home.
Exactly. You don't
And not one that's, you know, it's been tore all to pieces by a big tree trunk, or, you know, the top exploding out of a tree and coming down, you know, and causing structural damage. It's just
then you got
cheap maintenance ahead of the problem.
Then you got to go find a motel to stay in, because your house is, you know, it's not livable, you know, and stuff like that. It's just, that's why it's just preventative maintenance, like Tabitha said. That's why it's so important. We got some more photos. This one here, I'll tell you, this takes the cake right here. Those trees look healthy. There's two trees in that one picture there. Look fine to me. They got greenery on them and everything, leaves, and we'll show you in this next photo. Look at that.
Yes.
That tells it all right there, folks.
Yes, and these trees, you know, they're within just, you know, 15 feet or so of this house, and they're just
Both of them.
astronomical in size.
And you can see this shot here after the trees were taken down. This is kind of obvious here. You see the damage in both of these trees here, and in the other shots there you can see the size.
That tree, the circumference of it was 8 foot across.
8 feet. Wow.
And, you know, it had limbs that was just astronomical in size. But that was actually a pecan tree, and that is by far the biggest pecan tree that I've ever seen.
So y'all watch this, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Dennis Creamer has been in the shoe business repairing shoes for a long time. He started work after Reverend W.C. Clarence Wyndham opened for business in 1959 in Mariana.
Mr. Wyndham was the original owner of the shoe shop and sold out to me in 1984. Mr. Wyndham has passed on. He was my mentor and one that trained me. Everything you like a daddy.
Worn heel, holding your shoe, but you love your shoe. Dennis can save you a lot of money. Renew it at Wyndham's. Check out the new line of Justin Chippewa and Double H boots, American made. Wyndham Shoe Shop, across from the gazebo on Lafayette Street in Mariana, Florida. You can also enter on Market Street in the rear. Go see them. Wyndham's, good Christian folks you can trust. Check out the new Cayman Hide boots by Dan Post, Cowboy certified. Also a huge selection of boots, $59.99 or 2 pair for $100.
So I'll tell you what, y'all come on down and see Dennis, and he'll tell you all about it.
That's right.
He'll send you home with some shoes.
We'll put some shoes on their feet.
Thank you, Dennis.
When I'm in need of septic tank service or installation, I use only the pros. I know that I can depend on A1 Septic Tank Service. If you need fast, reliable service, A1 Septic Tank Services will travel within a 100-mile radius. Listen, these folks know the business. They know what they're doing. They have the proper training and schooling. And if you're in need of a new septic system, give them a call. Or if you need repairs to a current system, give them a call. A1 is the one for trustworthy services. Anthony and Christy are hometown folks ready to serve you and treat you right. Give them a call today for more information. I use and I recommend A1 Septic Tank Services. King's Discount Drugs and King's Outdoors in Chipley, Florida has always been Northwest Florida's top choice for prescriptions, outdoor sporting equipment, and special gifts and jewelry. For over 38 years, people have trusted and relied on King's Drugs for friendly, hometown personal service. King's Outdoors has served the hunting, fishing, and sporting needs for outdoorsmen and women throughout Northwest Florida. Ladies, for all your shooting needs or for just protection, King's Outdoors offers special service to help you with your needs. Come see see the entire friendly staff at King's Drugs and King's Outdoors on Highway 77 in Chipley, Florida.
Here at King's Discount Drugstore, we'll work hard to earn your business and keep your business. Y'all come see us.
From turkey hunting, deer hunting, and everything in between, your best shot is King's Outdoors in Chipley, Florida.
Welcome back, folks. It's Down Home in the Tri-States, and I'm Ron Jones, and with me today is Dal Morris and Tabitha Morris. Was that tree damaged, or they just wanted it taken down?
No, it had hollow places. You know, the hollowing wasn't taking place actually on the ground. It was further up in the structure of the tree. But when you've got a limb, you know, that's up there 40, 50 foot in the air, that's 36 inches in diameter. Ooh. And you've got another 60 foot
tree, isn't it?
On top of that, you know, something gives, something's going to get crushed.
And so you might be walking under that tree when that happens, God forbid, you know.
But the tree was solid at the ground because you can see the stump had no deterioration in it.
Right.
But up top, where we was talking about the squirrels chasing in and out, if the squirrels is homesteading in the interior of the tree, you need to be concerned.
This is just an example of it really doesn't matter how difficult the job is.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's this.
Like I said, they drop them all large or small.
This thing here, I'm gonna tell you, we actually had to get inside the house, you know, more or less to dissect this thing, if you will. But you know, it's just some of the unusual predicaments. You know, people say, well, I'm just going to build and add on an addition, and that tree would look cool coming up through the Florida room until the problems arise. Either the tree grows into the, you know, the structure of the house, but either way.
Well, that's two damages right there that could happen. That busted up the slab and falling on your house too. You know?
Exactly.
I appreciate y'all being with us, and
I would just like to thank all of our customers for their support. Without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. Thank you.
Mason Auction next weekend. Hurry.
That's right, folks. Mason Auction Company's big annual winter farm and construction auction is next Saturday. It all takes place at the Mason Auction Yard, 5529 Highway 231 North in Campbellton, Florida. The first gavel at 8 a.m. sharp.
Hurry.
Big tractors, little tractors, backhoes, dump trucks, excavators, plows, hay rakes, road graders, bulldozers. If you need it, they got it. Visit the Mason Auction website at masonauction.com. Hey, if you can't make it, proxy bid to proxybid.com/Mason. Tell them about it, Siri.
Mason Auction next weekend. Hurry.
That's right. That's February 17th, and that's next Saturday, folks. Highway 231 North in Campbellton, Florida. Now, Tabitha and Annabelle Morris at Easy Care Tree Service invite you to call for a free tree inspection. If you have trees, especially large trees, next to your home, a free tree inspection is something you need to take advantage of. Dow and Tabitha say too many devastating home situations, like trees falling and smashing your roof, can be prevented. Easy Care Tree Service can inspect your trees and give you advice as to the possible damage your trees could cause. Call now before the hurricane and strong wind season comes. Be safe, not sorry. Call Easy Care today. Main Street Market in Chipley, Florida announces they now have the best blueberry fertilizer that you're going to get in Northwest Florida. Now you can grow them like the pros. And the hot Showtime dog food, plus the most nutritious livestock and pet food, Seminole Feed, is now available only at Main Street Market in Chipley, while the area's top handlers shop Main Street for the best. Also, a complete line of FRM and Tucker milling feeds now in stock. From top quality Gamecock feed and scratch, fresh oysters by the half bag, whole bag, and shuck pints. Only the best and freshest. That's Paul's motto. Mark your calendar for the frozen vegetable and fruit sale kicking off again in April. When you want the very best, what do? You call Paul. Main Street Market, corner Highway 77 and Highway 90 in Chipley, Florida. Be sure to tell them Ron Jones sent you.
she's starting to tell me how to drive again. We come up to the top of this this chimney, what is it?
Chimney Rock.
Chimney Rock, and it's just curving, short curve, straight up.
My knees are knocking.
Our knees are knocking. So we got three choices. We can ride the elevator, hike, or we can go over there and grab a hold of those ropes and climb up the side. Which one you want to do?
You gotta be kidding.
This is actually Mountain Rock.
It says rocks older than dinosaurs.
Rocks older than dinosaurs. Very cool, yeah. There's not even air conditioning in here. It's neat. Welcome to Chimney Rock. Well, do you feel better now?
No.
We're still not. That's the flag we showed a little while ago. That's still not the top. So like I say, that's still not the top. There's steps that go, see, you can see them way on up. So we're gonna go up a little ways, maybe not.
You're making me nervous.
Nervous?
Nervous.
Okay. Well, this is the first observation deck. It's called Lake Lure Lookout. We're gonna take a step down here. I think I'm probably gonna have to go by myself. It's just kind of out over. We're out over this rock now that I was showing you earlier. But it ain't too bad. See all the little bitty Hot Wheels cars down there. Oh, they're not Hot Wheels, they're real cars. Oh boy, what a walk.
They all said Louise was not half bad. It was written on the walls and window shades, and how she'd act a little girl. The deceiver, don't believe her, that's her trade.
Sometimes a bottle of perfume, flowers, and maybe some lace. Men brought Louise 10-cent trinkets. Their intentions were easily traced.
Now everybody thought it kinda sad when they found Louise in her room. They'd all put her down below their kind. Still some cried when she died this afternoon.
Louise rode home on the mail train.
It's a real small place. They've got all kinds of little shops and restaurants and things. Kind of a tourist trap, but it's really a neat, quaint little old place, and it's got a lot of bed and breakfast type things and little small motels and little cabins for rent, and like this little general store here. Very interesting. The wife's over there looking at washboards right now. She see all kinds of stuff. Those old gas tanks they got out here. Remember those things? Your bicycle run out of gas?
Yeah, I'm trying to fill it up with some premium high test.
Yeah, well, it's only 22 cents a gallon, so.
This is me. No,
yeah.
35 cents.
Oh, it's 35. Oh.
That's too much for me.
Well, that's less than this one over here. It's 40 something, so I think you better get it there. That's neat. Sure is. Look at that playing checkers inside. Look at that. Can y'all see that? Let me get out of the way. Big old checkers. Start smiling and crying. I'll be out of here. So, you figure they're going to move? What is this? A tablecloth?
Yeah.
That's what it is. You can buy them right there.
You can buy them right there. Tablecloth checker thing.
Fort Mill, and then one of our grandchildren's from Rutherford, another one from Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
They're upstairs shopping.
Oh,
They said they didn't want people to hear us arguing, so they didn't want to be really.
I don't blame them. But they don't understand us folks, do they? So it's your move, right?
Yes.
Well, go ahead.
Okay. My son in Morganton, how many miles from here, Donnie? He's 38. When he was about 30, he caught a 42-pound striped bass.
Shut up.
It would have been the North Carolina state record, but he carried it around 3 days to show me in a big 55-gallon can with ice. And I worked at Broughton Hospital up in Morganton. It's a state mental facility, and I worked on the 3rd. I'd get off from work, go walking, so it was hard for him to find me, to show me that fish. And he kept it out of water 3 days before he took it to the taxidermist that weighed it. The taxidermist said it would lose maybe a pound a day out of water. Now, if you're a fisherman, I hope that you know what I'm saying. And so when it was weighed in at what?
38 pounds something.
I thought it was 39 pounds.
Well, I thought it was 38 something. Anyway, they said if he had have brought it in right when he caught it.
If he had brought it in the day he caught it, it would have beat the North Carolina state record.
He showed it off too long, didn't he?
Yes,
That's
he
what he did. He showed it off too long.
And since then, up here, I bought him a ruler, and it's the fisherman's ruler. You know,
Yeah, it's got 1 inch, 2 inch, and then as it gets on out, the inches get this big.
He'll probably never get to use it on fish that big.
It's 2 feet.
But I'm saying it's the fisherman's ruler, and you know,
absolutely.
I caught one. I caught one that big.
Oh, yeah.
I never look for answers on the wind. I never counted on the stars. But there were times I took it on the chin. And just like you, I've got some scars. But scars don't mean you have to hold the pain. You can learn to let it go. If you'll let love melt your heart, like sunshine melts the snow. Just like sunshine melts the snow.
Well, I know